All right, so welcome back. I'm going to do a Freecad tutorial about primitives. So the first thing we're going to do is hit Freecad. Open that up. I went over some rudimentary, basic things about Freecad the last video, so you can go ahead and check that out. How to get around and everything. We're just going to go right into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to File, New, and I'm going to go to the Start menu here and hit Start, and go to Part. Now, in this Part workbench, you have all these primitives, something you don't have on the Part Design bench. These primitives can be used to be combined. You can take the sections out, create differences, and different things to get the result you want. So what we're going to do here is, and we have other things here I'm going to later videos, but let's just start with the primitives. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to hit a cylinder, and I'm going to change the view. Now let's try it. I have that. Okay, now that's a cylinder. Now with that cylinder, I can change the height, the radius, the angle, just by clicking on it and hitting the left. Just by clicking on it and going to its placement and the cylinder properties here. So you can go up in radius, down in radius, go up in height. You can even change the angle. I'm not going to change the angle right now because it's going to be more difficult for me to do what I'm about to do. So I'm going to leave the angle as it is. I'm going to leave the angle and the radius for how it is. The next one I'm going to bring in is a torus. So that's a cylinder and a torus. Now, the torus, I'm going to hit and I'm going to change its properties. I'm going to go the radius and I'm going to make its torus. I'm going to change the cylinder radius. Okay, and then I'm going to raise, hit torus again, and hit placement, position, and go to Z. Z is up and down, height. And I'm going to go up with the torus. Okay, the torus is right there. And now that I have the cylinder and the torus up right here where I want it to be, I'm going to do what they call a Boolean function. So I'm going to hit the cylinder, control, torus. That's how I do it. Hit the one you want to keep and the one you want to subtract from the one you want to keep. And then hit this Boolean function right here. Now it's already selected, but you can select it in the Boolean function itself if you prefer. I prefer to hit control and hit the one I want first and then the second one second. And once you have that, you have union, which will merge these two. You have intersection, which will show you an intersection of these two combined. And then you have difference and section. Let's hit difference and apply. And as you see, it took out that section where the torus was on that cylinder. Okay, this is very useful. It's a lot simpler than making a sketch most times, although the sketching allows you to be more precise. All right, so let's close this, go to cut. Cut is the cut of the torus and the cylinder. And let's hit the right click button and delete. And it's going to go back to the cylinder and the torus. Not combined, just kind of sitting there together. All right, so let's go back to Boolean function. And this time, let's do it in here. I want to keep the torus and get rid of the cylinder this time. Hit difference, apply. And as you see, you have a ring. With the outside being a torus and the inside being cut out by the cylinder. Let's close that, hit cut, right click and delete, and hit Boolean function, and let's hit cylinder and torus, and let's go to intersection, apply. And as you can see, it's reversed. The inside is the torus and the outside is the cylinder. It's like a reverse ring. So basically it's the reverse of what I did earlier. Okay, let's close that and right click this and delete. So as you can see, you have many things you can do here. If I would say add a sphere and say I want to combine the cylinder, hit cylinder and hit control torus, and I want to merge those two. This is the merge key. I merged them. Now it's a fusion. So I have the fusion and the sphere. And say I want to hit the fusion, control sphere. And hit the Boolean operation. And then hit intersection. Apply. And you see, that's the intersection of the two. If I close that, go to common, and hit delete, it'll split it again. And I can hit fusion, control sphere, and hit the difference. Apply. And that's the difference. It's a half a sphere. Close. Delete. I'm going to hit fusion, keep the fusion, control the sphere. Boom. Now say you want the difference. Oh, hold up. This is messed up. I want to keep the fusion and get rid of the sphere. And hit difference and apply. And as you can see, you have a big spherical hole in this fusion here. Okay, well that's it for this video. I hope you learned a few things. Play with it. It's really interesting. You can get a lot of ideas from just playing with these different shapes and combining them and subtracting one from the other, or adding, or any one of the other options. All right, until later.